Being active in the outdoors, experiencing wild places, and connecting to a healthy environment is the way of life for my constituents and for many visitors to the 2nd District. It's critical to take care of these places and to ensure a future for the communities that rely on them, and that's what my bill would do. So I respectfully urge my colleagues to support it, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Huffman. Anybody want to be recognized in the legislature?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I regret the stereotype that too often when the bill comes from the opposing party, there must be something wrong with it. And so I undertook a deep study of this bill with my staff. I personally met with Mr. Huffman. And although there are things I would do differently, there are a number of things that I was impressed with. And maybe just to mention a few of those. First of all, let me remind everybody that this is his district, that he is the duly elected representative accountable to the people of his district, and that means a great deal to me, even if that means that the people in your district see things differently than the people in my district. The local support is significant, and although perhaps not perfect, rarely is in a bill of this nature, and I think that's very important that he's garnered the local support. It's clear to me that he's worked hard to build consensus and made changes to his bill that he may not otherwise do to build that consensus and listen to many stakeholders, including myself, and my thoughts on the bill. And I want to encourage that, and I want to show that we can work across the aisle even when we have different opinions, and that we can support each other on important public lands issues. And for that reason, I'll be supporting the bill today. I yield back.
Would the gentleman yield for a thank you?
Yes.
I want to thank Mr. Curtis for taking the time to sit down with me and walk through this bill. I really appreciate it. We don't do enough of that, just among all of our colleagues, but certainly across the aisle. That's a refreshing opportunity for dialogue and collaboration. And I especially appreciate the chance to share with him the evolution of this bill, because it started out as a proposal that was just wilderness. And I wanted to do more than that. I wanted to do something different, and it evolved into something that was very unique, I think, in terms of a public land bill, because it does include fire resiliency. It does include areas where there will be working forest activities. Some trees will be cut and logged and milled as a result of this bill. But it also does include wilderness and recreation and other values, and we have worked very, very hard to thread that needle of local support and to remove all of the local opposition for many of my local elected boards and commissions. So really grateful for the gentleman's open mind and collaboration and dialogue, and with that I'll yield back.